to you by Barton Community College. Explore your future and get started now. Visit gobarton.com.
Okay, Sports Day in 3, 2, 1.
This one driven deep to left. Corey Lee, welcome back. Cue the fireworks here on Monday night.
Here's Brooks Baldwin.
And now Baldwin unloads on one. Back it goes. Get out! The Sox go back-to-back here in the fourth. Blows it by him at 97. Shane Smith, the deepest outing of his career.
We had an opportunity in the second quarter when we turned them over. We didn't capitalize, so it's 7-7. And then in the second half, we were getting really tired, and I think we were down a little bit on defense because we were down a handful of guys. No excuse, we were down a handful of guys, so we were getting a little bit tired. That's why we went for it on fourth down.
You know, we got a great group of kids. You know, it always starts with the kids and ends with the kids. And, you know, what's really fun about this group is, you know, we've talked to them about that, about dealing with adversity well. And these guys have really taken it upon themselves to you know, just be tough. We talk about being like iron. You know, our slogan's iron sharpens iron. And they've really taken that upon themselves, and they've done a great job.
The guys up front are the ones that I'm probably the most excited about. You know, when you got your center back, Carter Brown, who's played so many snaps up there, leading that thing, with Blaine Inslee that played every snap at tackle or guard, and Trent Kern that's played every snap the last 2 years. That's what the stuff I really am excited about.
Mason Martin's in the RQ, and we're really excited about Marty. You know, he's just a natural athlete, super competitive, super smart. He's played Q before in the past, and you know, probably could play Q last year, but he's such a gifted athlete. We went ahead and played him wide receiver last year, so he has a pretty good understanding of what we're trying to do already, and you know, he's got a ton of talent.
Welcome, everybody, into another episode of Sports Day. It's a beautiful day here in Great Bend, Kansas. My name is Brant Daughtry, and I'm your host for this episode. Flying solo for just a moment, but later we're going to have Shannon and Becca in here. I've devised a little trivia game that we're going to play. I'm super excited to see how well they do in that one. But for now, just going to go over some normal stuff with us. First of all, the sounds of the past 24 hours. First thing you heard there was the White Sox getting shocked by the Royals getting shocked by the Chicago White Sox last night. A 7-0 loss. Shane Smith, with the best outing of his career for Chicago, wound up pitching 7 scoreless innings. He gave up 1 hit over that stretch, and I think that really shocked the White Sox. The other things you heard in there, first was Chris Kleiman. We'll play that full presser for you here in just a little bit, the first 2 or 3 minutes of it at least. He was kind of apologetic for the way that Kansas State looked against Iowa State, and I think he had some really good points in there. We're going to play that before we go too deep into my thoughts on that game and what he said. But overall, a really disappointing loss for the K-State Wildcats over in Ireland, and he gave his thoughts on it. Also, what you heard in there, you heard from Aaron Beck, Brady Keith, and Zach Baird, the head coaches of Great Bend High School, Larned High School, and Hoisington High School in the area. All 3 of those coaches have agreed to come into this studio, or into our various studios, depending on the time of day and when they have to record it. But I'm going to get with all 3 of those guys. They're going to bring players in. They're going to bring in assistants, and we're going to talk to those guys once a week during football season, and I'm very excited about it. So let's get right into it. I mentioned a second ago, Chris Kleiman, he had his Monday presser yesterday speaking to the media. Let's hear what he had to say.
Everyone, for starters, I want to shout out and thank our operations staff with Casey Feldkamp and Hank Jacobs, our equipment staff with Al Serby, video with Scott Eilert, nutrition with Scott Troush, medical with Mindy Hoffman and her staff, strength and conditioning with Coach Ray, all of our support staff. What an undertaking that was, and they were flawless. That crew did a phenomenal job of orchestrating not a 3-day event, but a 16-month event that came apart, done in 3 days, and they don't get enough credit for what they accomplish and what they do, and all the people that are underneath those leaders. They did a phenomenal job. We are extremely disappointed in not coming away with a victory. I knew this when we scheduled the game, that K-State was going to paint double and purple, and we did. And that's probably what makes me hurt the most, is for our fan base and for the people that traveled there. They saw a heck of a football game. They saw a really good football game between two really good teams. And they had opportunities in the first quarter, and we were able to get them to turn it over and not capitalize. We had an opportunity in the second quarter when we turned them over. We didn't capitalize. So it's 7-7. And then in the second half, couple things. They made a few more plays than we did to get a lead. We were getting really tired and I think wore down a little bit on defense because we were down a handful of guys. No excuse, we were down a handful of guys, so we were getting a little bit tired. That's why we went for it on fourth down and didn't get it the one time. It was 4th and 1, and we ran the ball with Ave. All that being said, they score. We get a quick score. With 6 minutes and some seconds left, we're down 3. And if we get a stop, we get the ball and have a chance to win, and we couldn't get the stop. So credit those guys. Super proud of our football team, disappointed in the loss. The big thing now is how do we respond? Not for 1 week, how do we respond for the long haul? Because this is still a marathon, not a sprint. So disappointed in the outcome, but something I think we're going to learn and grow from.
That was Chris Kleiman, head coach of the K-State Wildcats, and I think he had some good points in there. I didn't know how hurt that defense was. When you look at it, they did miss some important snaps from their depth guys, and I think with his point of they started out really strong and kind of wore down as the game went on, I think that's a very good point from him. I think that going back and thinking about the way that game was played, it was obvious that K-State they played very well defensively to begin that game, but moving forward, they clearly ran out of gas, and I think that's kind of what he was speaking to. Kind of shocking, I think, that he meant or he didn't say much about the turnovers. He mentioned the turnovers, but he didn't say, well, it was a wet ball and we were prepared for that. He didn't say, well, the field conditions were bad. He did talk a little bit about the field conditions, but overall, I kind of think I wanted to hear more personally about the way that the team didn't handle the weather very well. I talked about it yesterday with Jim Mizunas on the show, and Jim was very passionate about his thoughts on running out of shotgun on 4th and short, 3rd and short, 4th and short. My personal thoughts on that, and while I agree with some of what Jim said, in that I don't know if I love running this play with Avery Johnson, who's closer to 6'1", 190, maybe 200. I think that when it comes time to do what you do, when you need a yard, it is better to do what you know you can do. It's better to do what you're good at than to try and get under center when you're a team that doesn't ever get under center. Now, personally, if I was a football coach, never have been. I played football, but I've never been a coach. If I was a football coach, I would have the ability to get under center. I would run some stuff under center just because I think that there's an avenue to be more successful the more things you can do well. Now, with Avery Johnson, he's an athlete. He's a runner. That is the best part of his game, and you want to get that guy in more space. So the fact that they go out of shotgun 99% of the time, I definitely understand it. And I don't think that they're doing anything wrong with that. Just personally, I think I do it a little bit differently, and it's easy to sit here now, 2 days later, 3 days later, and say, well, it didn't work because you did this, and you didn't do this. It's easy for me to say that. It's easy for me to Tuesday morning armchair quarterback this thing. That's just my personal thoughts. Here's something that I'm interested in, and I'm just now thinking about this, and I've decided that I'm going to do it. Tomorrow, on Sports Day, we're going to open up this phone line. We have a phone line in here. I'm going to open that sucker up, and I'm going to let people call in and give their thoughts. We're not going to do this every day. We're not going to do it every segment on the days we do it. But we are going to open up the phone lines. We're going to let folks call in and give their thoughts and their opinions, and we are going to be on a delay just in case something goes wrong. But don't worry, we are going to be careful with that. But that is something that I wanted to, that I like doing, is getting thoughts from listeners. So tomorrow we're going to open up the phone lines for just a little bit, maybe not the whole show, but I do want to hear other folks' thought on this. We're going to get to our first break. You're listening to Sports Day here on 1590 KVGB and 95.5 FM.
Sutherland's is your complete home improvement and hardware store. Tens of thousands of products are in stock at everyday low prices. Sutherland's also offers custom buildings, including post-frame barns, garages, and deck packages too. The friendly and knowledgeable staff at Sutherland's, always ready to help you with any project. From hardware, lumber, cabinets, plywood, and OSB, fencing, power tools, furniture, and more. They simply sell for less. Sutherland's, West 10th, Great Bend, helping America build it better since 1917.
Marmy Auto Group makes it happen. Central and Western Kansas. Check out our selection of new and pre-owned inventory. Marmy's friendly staff offers top quality service that you've gotten to know over the years. When your existing vehicle needs parts or service, our experienced team will get you back in the game this season. Marmy Chevrolet, GMC, Ford and Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep Ram, parts, service, and body shop. Visit Marmy Auto Group on 10th Street or marmys.net. Marmy's, make it happen.
Service from people you know, quality products and professional installation. That's Kern Floor Service. Stop by Kern Floor Service and browse through the different selections of flooring from laminate to vinyl, carpet, wood, and ceramic tile. See their selection of area rugs or special order the one that fits your decor, and don't forget, they can spice up those countertops too. So stop by Kern Floor Service today. Kern Floor Service, 908 Coolidge in Great Bend.
Welcome back to Sports Day, 1590 KVGB and 95.5 FM. Sports Day is presented in part by the Barton Booster Club, continuing their efforts to make the Barton Athletic Department the best in the country, and Equity Bank, here when you need us. Bank local, save big with in-person banking and business banking. Visit equitybank.com for more information. Equity Bank in Great Bend, Hoisington, and Larned. All right, we've gone a little bit over the college stuff now. I know what this show is known for, and I know what this show is good at, and that's why I wanted to get into this. Let's hear. I went out to practices last week for the three high schools that we carry, Great Bend, Hoisington, and Larned, and I spoke with their head coaches for about 3 minutes apiece. And I wanted to play those interviews on today's show and let folks hear kind of a short preview of what folks can expect. We're going to go to Aaron Beck first, the head coach of the Great Bend Panthers. Let's see what he had to say.
Here with Aaron Beck, head coach of the Great Bend Panthers. Coach, day one of practice comes to a close, and you got a lot of things done. A little bit iffy with the heat at the start, but it seems like you picked things up when you got the helmets on.
Yeah, that's the good thing about having a veteran-led group, that they can adapt on the fly. You know, like you said, the heat, but everybody in the state's dealing with it, and I thought our kids did a good job of coming in a little later in the day and, going through some stuff on the whiteboard inside and coming out, acclimating to it, and felt like we kind of hit the ground running.
Now, Coach, tell me about some of those seniors. I mean, you've got Daxton Minton, third year starting quarterback. You've got Ian Premer. Everybody knows who he is. You've got a whole bunch of first-team, all-whatever players coming back. What kind of opportunity does that give this team this year?
Yeah, obviously those guys bring a lot of continuity, just familiarity within our offense. But the guys up front are the ones that I'm probably the most excited about. When you got your center back Carter Brown, who's played so many snaps up there, leading that thing, with Blaine Inslee that played every snap at tackle or guard, and Trent Kern that's played every snap the last 2 years. That's what the stuff I really am excited about. And seeing Connor Holiday back there running the football, and then obviously guys like Cooper and Ian and Jake and Daxton kind of get you hit the ground running. But there's a couple spots we got to really figure out. We got a young right tackle right now that we got in there. We got a new right guard. So still some positions to figure out.
Obviously not the end of the season that you wanted last year. How do you the expectation that's on this program right now, how do you focus up for week one when, everybody around here is thinking state title?
Yeah, expectations are high, which they better be. They should be, and that's something we've talked about all summer long, all off season long, and learn from that thing. I know it still stings, that loss from last year, and that's fuel, man. You got to learn from that and grow from it, and do whatever we can to just really focus on week one. That's number one goal, is to beat MAC and control. We can control each day we come out here, get a little better, because it goes fast. That's what I try to tell those guys. You don't have many practices before that week one game, and your senior year and even your careers, they just fly by. This is already my 10th season here, and it doesn't even feel like it at all. And that's what I try to hope these kids just enjoy every moment and really get better each day.
like I said earlier, a lot of big names on this team. Who's a player that people aren't talking about that you think people are going to know the name of by the end of the year?
Well, there's just a couple of those, kind of guys that showed little flashes last year. Some of the ones that just pop out right away are, I thought Kale really came on as the year went. He's going to be a junior, and he's healthy this year. Cohen Rabordi as that other cornerback. Hayden Kelly is just another kid that does all the things right. But there's other guys. Jackson Wandra is a kid that we kind of got playing in a lot of different spots and going to be a junior this year and played a lot of snaps for us. So those are kind of the guys that you hope really step up, because that's what we're going to need. We're going to need those other dudes to make plays on Friday nights, and excited about it.
Absolutely, Coach. Thanks for the time. Looking forward to having you in the studio and looking forward to the season.
Hey, great meeting you.
Yes, sir. Great Bend head coach Aaron Beck here on Sports Day.
Big thanks to Coach Aaron Beck for, 1, allowing me to come out to the practice, and 2, inviting me back, and 3, taking the time to speak with me there. That was a really fun interview, and let me tell you, this Great Bend High School team is going to be really, really deadgum good. They pretty much just flipped the schedule that they had last year, I believe. I think all 3 teams are doing that. Don't quote me on that. I'm not positive. But last year, he said they got to get focused up for McPherson. Last year, they beat McPherson 28-6. I don't know how that game's going to go this year, but obviously last year, if that's any indication, they'll start out 1-0. You certainly hope to. And this is a Great Bend High School team that expects to move forward. They expect to move past the demons that they encountered at the end of last season in losing that playoff game to Hayes. And I think that, you look at the big names on this team. You've got Daxton Minton coming back for his 3rd year as starting quarterback. Cooper Romont is an all-world athlete, and he's only outshined by Ian Premer, the 4-star committed to Notre Dame. They've got some really big-name players on this team. They've got 3 of their 5 starting offensive linemen back. They've got Trent Kern, the all-region linebacker. He may be all-state. I can't quite remember. There's a lot of honors going around this Great Bend High School team, and I think that they're exceptionally lucky to have this amount of talent. I think that they've worked hard to make this amount of talent work for them, and I'm just really excited to see what they can do. All right, let's play another interview here. I went out to Larned. This was from Thursday. Spoke to Brady Keith after their practice. They were in full pads, and I thought they looked pretty together as a football team. Here it is.
Here with Brady Keith, head coach of the Larned Indians. And, Coach, you're into the first week of practice, headed towards the end of it. And, the heat's something everybody's dealing with. But, the practices I've been to, I think I've heard your team complain the least about it. So what do you think that says about your group?
Well, I appreciate you saying that. We got a great group of kids. It always starts with the kids and ends with the kids. And what's really fun about this group is we've talked to them about dealing with adversity well, and these guys have really taken it upon themselves to just be tough. We talk about being like iron. Our slogan's iron sharpens iron, and they've really taken that upon themselves, and they've done a great job.
Coach, something that I noticed a lot out here is whenever there was somebody making a mistake, and it's the first week of practice, mistakes are going to happen, it was always another player stepping up and going, hey, this is what you did wrong. What does that say about your group?
Once again, we have excellent senior leadership, and they need to keep that up throughout the season. But we've been super proud of those guys, and a lot of those guys that are stepping up and coaching up the younger guys are senior players, and it just helps us kind of pass on the lessons that we've taught to those seniors, so that next year seniors are doing the same thing, and so on and so forth. So we're very proud of those kids.
Not the best season that you had last year. You hate to ask a question like that, but sure. looking at the group you have now, what are your expectations for this group?
Well, we always tell them, that if they're physical and they're disciplined and they play with a higher amount of effort and they love each other and they play for each other, that we're going to be successful. And so those are the goals going into the season, and if we can do a good job at those things, we expect to be where we want to be.
Tell me a little bit about your senior class.
So, what's cool about the senior class is when I moved back in, so I'm from Larned, and when I moved back into town, they were in 8th grade. And so I was their English teacher when they were in 8th grade. And so I, right from the very get-go, I knew they were a wonderful group, and I enjoyed being their teacher. And then I had them again as freshmen in the classroom. And so, that gave me 2 years to really build relationships with these guys. And so, I really consider, you consider every group special, every group, that you have the privilege of teaching and coaching, special to you. But this group in particular, since I had them that first year, I've spent a lot of time with these guys, and just love them to death. And they're great leaders. They work really hard. They don't complain. and they're undersized, but they don't act like that. They don't act like they're small. They play past their ability, which is something we teach them to do.
Who's a player on this team that fans may not know that you think they're going to know by the end of the season?
Well, that's a great question. So a kid that played a lot of JV last year that didn't get to play a lot of varsity was Matthew Wilder. I think you guys would be really surprised by him. He's a great player. I think you'd be surprised by Grady Pinkston. He's another one that played a lot of JV last year. He'll be a senior this year. Had a phenomenal summer. Luke Crable's a kid that played a lot of JV last year. He'll be playing varsity football. Kobe Lang, Jax Johnson. I could go on and on and on. I hope I'm not leaving anybody out, but we just have so many great kids that we expect good things from.
Coach, thanks for the time. We're looking forward to the season.
Yep, appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Big thanks to Coach Brady Keith for inviting me out there and taking the time to speak with me. And, this is a team where I think for a school that size, they have good size along the offensive line. They've got some decent athleticism out there as well. The thing that they're going to need, in my estimation, is a quarterback who makes good decisions and makes them quickly. And they know who their starting quarterback is going to be. But they run a very old school style of football. It's under center, I formation, triple option stuff. Their offensive line is half big guys and half pulling guys, and they'll switch them back and forth depending on what particular play they want to run and what direction they want to run it. So I think this is a team that's going to be super interesting to watch, and hopefully they can have a better year than they did last year. But they've certainly got some good players out there that I think that, and I talked about it with Jim Mizunas yesterday, as long as they can stay out of that fourth spot in the district and not have to play a 1 seed from another district, I think they'll be in good shape. All right, last interview we're going to play here. Went out to Hoisington on Wednesday, spoke with the head coach of the Cardinals, Zach Baird. Here's what he had to say.
Welcome back into Sports Day. Brant Daughtry now joined by head coach of the Hoisington Cardinals, Coach Zach Baird. Coach, third day of practice for you guys. Looked pretty good to me.
Yeah, I'm happy with where we're at. Our guys are working hard. Like we told the guys, I would imagine every group across the state's excited and ready to go and had a couple good practices to start. And, now the challenge is doing that day in, day out, for a 4.5-month grind.
Absolutely. Heat's something that everybody's dealing with, but I feel like it was something that your team kind of ran up against here.
Yeah, it was a little warm today, and, I thought at times it got to us a little bit, but I also thought there was times late in practice where we competed, and so the big thing is find a way to fight through that and get better, and on our side, just make sure we're taking care of our guys and putting them in good spots.
Sure. Big story surrounding your team is, you graduating a quarterback, you're bringing a new kid in. Tell us a little bit about who's going to be playing that spot this year.
Yeah, Mason Martin's going to be our Q, and we're really excited about Marty. He's just a natural athlete, super competitive, super smart. He's played Q before in the past, and probably could play Q last year, but he's such a gifted athlete. We went ahead and played him wide receiver last year, so he has a pretty good understanding of what we're trying to do already, and he's got a ton of talent. So excited. I think the whole group's excited because we know what type of player he is.
Tell me about your senior class. Who are some of the kids that are veteran leaders?
Yeah, so Leighton Hoffman, center nose for us, 4-year player for us, a senior, a great kid, good player. Carson Mason, Carson's about 5'8". He owes me, I don't know if he's quite 5'8". We'll say he's 5'8", 150 pounds. And two is, he is a football-playing Jesse, man. He eats up the game. He loves it. He's a student, and a big-time leader for us. We talked about Marty. He's a senior for us. Taylor Morales, 4-year starter for us, an outside backer. He's a kicker. He's a punter. He's played quarterback for us in the past in certain situations. I'm not sure there's anything we do that he hasn't done yet. So really just a naturally gifted athlete. Caleb Lamb, going to be another guy that starts for us defensively at corner, a 4-year guy in the program. C.J. Bryan, another one that's going to start for us as a senior on both sides of the ball. So, we got a lot of those guys, man, and excited about the senior class. Jaden Turner's another one that came back out that's going to help us for sure. So Colin Mata, that's another one I can't forget to mention. Colin's a 4-year guy that just he shows up, does everything you ask him. So just a fantastic group of kids. We don't have many of them, but the ones we got are good kids.
Tell me one name on this team that people may not know right now that they're going to know by the end of the year.
That's a tough one. I'm going to go with Brody Fauna still because he just got here last winter, and so we got a lot of good players. So I'm going to go with that name strictly because he wasn't here last year. We get him here this year. Very gifted athlete, good kid. And he's definitely going to add some to our group.
Awesome. Coach, thanks for the time. Looking forward to the season.
Yeah, nice meeting you, man.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. You too.
Big thanks to Coach Zach Baird of the Hoisington Cardinals inviting me out there. This is another team. Their season got off to a rough start. Lost, I believe, 4 of their first 5, maybe even 5 of their first 6, but then rattled off 5 wins in a row, including making it to the 3rd round of the playoffs. So an exceptionally interesting team going into next year. The transfer in of D1 prospect Brody Fannensteel, I think makes them a super interesting team. And, you know, I'm calling Hoisington football this year, and I'm really interested to see how good they end up being. I think Mason Martin is a really good athlete at quarterback. Just from the 3 hours of practice that I watched, I could tell he's an exceptional player. And I think that their team is really starting to get bought in and what they want to do. And I'm really looking forward to this upcoming football season. All right, that's going to do it for that segment. I'm going to take a break here. When we come back, I'm going to introduce some guests on Sports Day. They're actually already in the studio because I didn't think I'd be able to fill as much time as I have. But when we come back from the break, we'll introduce those. You're listening to Sports Day on 1590 KVGB and 95.5 FM.
Community bankers should actually know your community. Hi, I'm Sean Powelson, president of your local Equity Bank. As someone who lives here, I know many of you, and I know what's important to you. I've been in the industry a long time, and I've helped many navigate through financial challenges and lead them to financial opportunities. I believe that people bank with people, so I'd like to invite you to stop by one of our region's 5 locations and meet our friendly, helpful staff. Let us show you our commitment to serving you and our communities. Because at Equity Bank, we're right here beside you. Member FDIC.
Selling your farm or ranch acres can be stressful. At Red Cedar Land Company, they are extremely diverse in the number of ways they can represent you, and they tailor each project to meet their seller's needs. One of the biggest questions for a seller is, what is my land worth? At Red Cedar Land Company, they offer a free market analysis to help you better understand the value of your land. You deserve a better selling experience. Put your trust in Red Cedar Land Company. Call Cody Crook with Red Cedar Land Company at 620-617-7320.
C&E Doors, this is Eddie.
Papa, are you ready to get back to work?
Back to work? But I've been here the whole time.
But I'm back in school. You're gonna have to run the shop without me.
It will be hard without you, but people know that we provide the best service no matter the time of the year.
You could always ask me, Mom, for more help.
Who do you think is really running this place?
Garage door sales, service, and repair at C&E Doors in Great Bend and Hayes.
Barton Community College has college classes that fit your life and your budget. With 5 flexible start dates, Barton Online is perfect for picking up a class or earning your associate's degree at less than half the cost of a university. Study anytime, from anywhere. Save time, save money. Start strong with Barton Online. Ready to take the next step? Visit online.bartoncccc.edu and enroll today.
Welcome back, Sports Day, brought to you by C&E Doors, your full-service garage door company. Follow the orange signs south of 10th and Harrison. Also brought to you by Marmy's Sports Day, and brought to you in part by the Marmy Auto Group on 10th Street in Great Bend. Okay, we're going to try something a little bit different here now. I'm nervous about this, mostly because I'm about to play something and I don't know what it is. It was given to me earlier today. Let's figure it out.
As we all know, you guys have a lot of male sports fans that listen to your podcast.
Yeah.
And I think we all know that if there's one thing that male sports fans want to see in their spaces and on their screens, it's more of me.
That was perfect.
That was really good. Shannon and Becca, the girls, what does Webby call you? The girls from across the way? The girls from across
The girls next door.
The women folk?
Across the window,
chat.
something with the window.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no official name. It's just Shannon and Becca. They come into the studio in the mornings.
Yeah.
But
females
have you ever
with
been
opinions.
You've never been on Sports Day before, have you?
That is
I have.
correct.
You have?
Yeah, I hosted it.
I have not.
Well, welcome.
Thank you.
Glad to have you both here.
We have
Are
no
you?
business being here.
Are
but
you?
Thank you.
You have business being here. You were invited.
That was so unplanned audio that I cut at, 9 o'clock this morning?
Was it? That's about the time you told me about it, yeah.
Yeah, I cut it just about 10 o'clock.
None of us knew what was about to happen today.
I didn't say anything.
I'm so scared. All right. Let's get into this first. You were in here when I was playing the interviews with coaches Baird, Beck, and Keith. Are y'all excited for the Jamboree Friday? Are y'all excited for high school football in general?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
More so, I mean, I was born and raised a Panther, so.
Yeah.
Fair.
Very excited for the Panther season. It's also my daughter's senior year, so it's a big one. And I have a freshman this year. Both girls, they're not playing football by any means.
Right.
But you do
You have a kicker.
No, I don't have a kicker.
You have a brother-in-law who's a coach.
I do have a brother-in-law who's on the coaching staff.
You have a
Shout
husband.
out to Brandon Wells.
You have a husband who sometimes color guys for.
He has done the color call for the Panthers.
Yeah.
Also former alumni for the Panthers. So yeah, very excited. Very excited.
Absolutely. Okay. Now, when I said, "Are you excited for the Jamboree on Friday?" You both made faces. A
I'm not
reminder
going
that
to
you're
that.
on camera.
Yeah, not going to that, but I mean, it's a super exciting thing. It's a nice little kickoff.
Yeah.
It is. It's a very exciting time for these kids. I think it's a little preview of what's to be expected to come for the season. It's like a preseason game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And to me, that those games don't count. I've grown up as a Chiefs fan. Those games don't count.
I'm the same way. I this is a tangent I didn't plan on going on. I hate the NFL preseason. I hate it because it's just like I want football.
Yeah.
This
is not football.
I feel like it's too long.
Yeah. It
2
is,
games,
and it's actually
fine.
shorter than it used to be.
Yeah.
And I don't like the preseason in the NFL. All right.
See, and as a Raiders fan, I like the preseason because that's usually the only time we win. Currently, that's not happening this year. So I am also over preseason, but I'm hoping that it gets better.
Maybe. We'll see. All right. Speaking of you being a Raiders fan, that's kind of why the two of you are here.
Yeah.
You two have a morning show over on KHOK 100.7 Eagle Country that you do together. And the impetus of the show is that you two butt heads on a lot of things.
Majority of it, yeah.
And one of those two
I'm
things.
right. She's wrong.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that
Excuse
Shannon?
me.
You are a Chiefs fan, and Becca, you are a Raiders fan.
Yes.
Two rivals in the NFL. For anybody who doesn't know. And to that end, I wanted to play a little bit of trivia. I actually just wanted to have you two on because I didn't have anything planned for today, and so I asked yesterday. And immediately Becca was like, "What if we did a trivia competition?" And I was like, "Okay, cool."
Everything is a competition.
I feel like we're both going to embarrass ourselves
between
here.
Shannon
Maybe.
and I.
I hope so.
Quite
that
possibly.
would be the funniest possible outcome.
Okay. Do either of us know anything about our teams?
Ish.
Let's see.
That's the question. Okay. We'll start with you, Becca. I should have made an intro for this. I need liners. I didn't. If I had had more time.
I can help you with backups.
Okay. I just because alphabetical order.
That's not how the
I don't- because it was your idea. Because it was your idea.
Anyways, okay, yes.
Becca, the Las Vegas Raiders have 4 quarterbacks on their roster. Name 2 of them. It was 3 when I wrote this question yesterday. They've added
we
one.
picked up one yesterday.
Yes.
So actually, I do know the answer to this because
Okay.
I looked at it because we picked one up. Kenny Pickett is who we picked up yesterday from the
Yes.
Cleveland Browns. Shannon, that's for you.
She just Googled that.
No, I actually, there was articles on it this morning I was reading. There is
Name one other.
Aiden O'Connell, but he's injured right now. So does he count?
He counts. He's on the roster.
So I'm good.
You're good.
You got it. Woo!
Do you-
There's
do you-
point for
okay,
Becca.
I'm impressed. I'm impressed that you knew who Aiden O'Connell was.
Well, it's because he's normally the preseason quarterback, but
Okay.
he just got injured. So
This-
I've been watching
I'm gonna
him.
fail at this.
No
but
points
I do have a fabulous cup to promote that I am. a
Whatever.
Chiefs fan.
That doesn't count.
You do have a nice.
Do you want me to
cup.
keep
There
going?
are
I can
good
name
do.
one more.
I
I can
do
name our
lo-
starter.
Okay, go ahead.
Angus Smith. He's our starter.
Who?
Isn't it Angus Smith?
No, it's Geno Smith.
Geno Smith.
You were doing
What
so
was
well,
it?
and
Angus.
then you
Where
said
did
the
I
dude's
get
name was
Angus'
Angus.
name?
You
I
were
don't know
doing
where I
so
got
well.
that. Anyways, I knew it was
well.
Smith.
Okay, Becca,
So
you
close.
get one. I'm tempted to
Don't
retract
you
the point because you're
backtrack.
like
I knew that
Negative.
I knew he got drafted yesterday. Drafted, picked up.
he
what
did
are we
not
going
get drafted yesterday. He
Picked
got
up?
he got traded for yesterday.
Traded.
I was gonna
That's
say
the word I'm
draft
looking
The
is
draft
for.
was
totally
sev-
different.
The draft
They
was several
traded
months
a
ago.
draft for him.
They traded a draft pick for him. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Shannon.
No boy.
Same question for the Chiefs. 4 quarterbacks to choose from. Name 2 of them.
Travis
Patrick
Kelce is
Mahomes.
not.
Actually, Travis Kelce has played quarterback position
That's
before.
like saying that Travis.
He's
or
just not on the roster
Patrick
as
is
a
your
quarterback.
backup
Has he
kicker.
played quarterback? Has he played?
He's thrown the ball
Has
a
he?
few
Okay.
times.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
A
So you've
few
got Patrick
times.
Mahomes. That's the easy one. That's why I said name 2.
And the guy with the nice mustache. What is
Okay.
his name?
I
I
you
don't
have to
know.
tell me.
Is that Minshew?
I don't.
Minshew?
Minshew.
Well, he was on
He's
Raiders.
played all
He was on
preseason.
the
And then he
Raiders
got
for a time.
traded.
Yeah, he's played all preseason. I don't know his name because I haven't paid attention.
Stacy, our traffic lady, and I made fun of his name.
Everybody's
that's why.
yelling at me right now, and it's fine. You cannot give me a point or half a point.
Minshew.
How do you pronounce last
It's
name?
Minshew.
Minshew.
Gardner Minshew is who
Well, I
you're
was
thinking
calling
of.
him Minshew.
He's got a killer mustache.
He does have a great
know
mustache.
that.
And he's had that mustache since he was at Washington State.
Yes. It's fabulous.
And now I'm thinking about Mike Leach, and now I'm sad.
Maybe he should shave it and he could play
No,
starter somewhere.
It's his entire brand. Because
It is. You're right.
He is an okay
Such a
quarterback with
glorious
an incredible mustache.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Becca.
Oh, God.
Here we go.
There is a former Raiders player from the 80s and early 90s. He was a running back who played at Auburn University. He also played professional baseball for the Kansas City Royals. He is my favorite athlete of all time. Name him.
I'm supposed to know your favorite athlete of all
You're supposed to know one of the best
Can I
athletes.
steal a point?
No, you cannot. You can in a minute if she can't find it. I have How
This
many
is a good
professional
question.
athletes do you know that have played two professional sports at the same time?
Well, I mean, there's several of them out there.
You're
You've
not
got,
going to
like,
get it. She's not going to get it.
Football and baseball?
Well, no, but you had like Jordan who played baseball and basketball.
He played basketball, retired from basketball, went to baseball, sucked at baseball, retired from baseball, and came back to basketball.
Well, that wasn't your question.
He did not play them at the same time, which was my question.
I don't have it.
Okay.
Bo Jackson.
It's Vincent Bo Jackson.
Not a Royal.
He won the
Also-
Heisman Trophy in 1985.
That would be my smallest dog, youngest dog at home.
Oh,
named
I
Bo.
should have known
Bo.
that.
It's Bo.
I should have known that.
For his time as a Royal?
No, my husband's a Raiders fan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fair
I
enough.
should have known that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I love Bo Jackson.
He's
now
talented.
all right.
Now
Talented.
I'm mad I didn't get that one.
It's all right. You're bringing me back.
All right. I had to work Auburn into this broadcast somehow.
Shocker.
Shannon,
Yes.
here's your Auburn adjacent question.
Oh, boy.
There's a former Auburn player who is infamous for the Kansas City Chiefs. In the 2018 AFC Championship game against the New England Patriots, he lined up offsides, costing the Chiefs an interception that likely would have secured the game. Name that player.
I can't.
Yours was so much sooner, too.
Yours was in 2018. I remember this. This guy had 13 sacks in this season. He made the Pro Bowl. I looked that up yesterday. I could not have told you before that.
I
But
cannot tell you now. I'm
Thank
not
you for
even going
not
to
knowing.
try to guess.
Becca, do you know?
No.
Do you have any idea?
God,
Okay.
no.
I think this was the first year of Mahomes as a starter where, like, they should have won this game. The answer is D Ford.
Okay.
The player is D Ford.
Yeah. Okay.
See, it's one of those things where after you're
Okay.
told, you're like, yeah.
I knew there was going to be technical questions on here that were like this that I'm like, I'm going to have no clue.
if I would have known they were going to be Auburn, I would
I
have
need to,
did
like,
some
let's
studying.
talk more mascots and color schemes, please.
Who's the most famous person that goes to your games?
Yeah.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Becca,
back to you.
Who has
Becca.
the meanest fans?
Becca.
Raiders. Okay, anyway.
This is not taking as much time as I hoped it would. All right.
It's all right. We can fill it with the other things.
Boy, I hope. Becca, how many Super Bowls have the Raiders won?
3.
No.
Google
How many
that.
Super Bowls?
Google
This is not
that.
This is not AFL championships. I'm not including AFL championships.
87, 80, 83.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, boy.
We're going to do some live Googling here because those are not the answers I have.
78, 80, 83.
76.
78, 80, 83.
76 and 80 are the two that I have. I will
76.
Google this.
I know 80 and 83 because 83 was our last one.
Okay.
What?
We're gonna Google the Las Vegas Raiders here because when I looked on Google,
Well, does it count as a Las Vegas Raider, a Los
as
Angeles Raider, or
any Raider, because they've only been the Las Vegas Raiders for like 5 years.
Oakland, Las Vegas.
There are 3.
There are 3?
I would like an apology.
Okay. You know what? I'm sorry. I wrote it down wrong. My Googling was bad. You get.
Do I get an extra point for that?
You get
for
the
being
extra,
harassed.
You get the extra point for knowing the years.
Yeah.
I'll give you the extra point for knowing the years.
I knew 80 and
High
83.
five.
I was very confident in those ones. It
High
was.
five.
I just knew there was a third one in the 70s.
Shannon,
Yes.
Same question.
same question. How many Super Bowls have the Chiefs won? Bonus
4.
points if you can name the year or years before the Patrick Mahomes era.
1970. First one. 2020. Second one. 23.
He said before Patrick.
That was 1970.
I said before Patrick, she's being extra right now, and I'm
Yeah.
okay with that. Fill time because I need to Google some more.
Okay, so 2020 was the first one, and then 23, 24 we did not win 25.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Certainly did not.
Yeah.
'Cause you didn't three-peat.
Win
There was no
25.
three-peat. 4 is the
Thank
answer.
You.
I win.
Was it?
I thought you had some. You had to have some before that, right?
No, 1970.
Did you say, okay, I don't know where I got this from. You're right. You're correct. You are
course
correct.
I would like to point out we were right.
Of course.
He
Would you
was
like
wrong.
us
You
to
were right.
run this
I don't know
show?
why. I don't know why. I would love for you to. I don't know why I wrote this down as 1976 because it certainly says 1969, in which the Super Bowl we
1970,
played
yeah.
in 1970.
Yeah.
So you're
Hey.
right.
How many of the Falcons won?
None.
Thank
None.
you.
Been to 2, lost both.
Good to,
Look,
good
I'm
to
not.
see you're getting that one right.
I'm
I don't
not
actually
going.
know.
I'm not going to sit here and defend the Atlanta Falcons. I can turn this into Falcons talk. No one hates the Atlanta Falcons as much as Falcons fans
Okay.
because the team is just it's bad and it's
Trash.
been bad for a long time.
Okay.
Welcome to the NFC South where no one is good ever.
How many more questions do we have?
I only had one more question. It was supposed to be a tiebreaker, but we can do it before
Are
we
we
go
tied?
Who's?
No,
Yeah.
no. Shannon's won.
Oh.
How does Shannon
Hold
win?
on, hold on.
Because I stole one of your questions.
Becca has. Well, okay, again, I've said that. Becca has 1, 2, 3. Shannon has 1. Okay, Becca won.
I was like, how did she win?
What's the game called?
This is a disaster.
I win.
The
This is
game
a
is
disaster.
called "It is rigged against me."
Okay.
I win.
What did we learn here? Brant is not allowed to host a game show.
I have. What's crazy is I've done stuff like this before. I once made an
Did you do
entire
it
Jeopardy
well?
board at my old job. I made an entire episode of Jeopardy, and we played it for an hour.
I would like to
Did
know
you
the
do it
tiebreaker
well?
question.
Yes, I did it well. Tiebreaker, I was going to see which one of you could answer it faster, and that was going to be the tiebreaker. It's to both of you. What division are the Chiefs and Raiders in?
AFC.
West.
I don't know.
AFC is the conference.
Oh.
Yeah,
Division.
you had to add the West in there.
I don't know.
Becca would have gotten that point. Becca
Good
would
for
have won
you.
if it wasn't
West Coast.
already if it
Good
wasn't
for
that she had already
you.
won.
You win.
It's
I
the
just
AFC
know
West.
you have to have an
There
East
is.
or West.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, my bad.
You have north,
And
south,
then
east,
I-
and west in both
AFC.
conferences.
Oh,
Yada
I
yada
didn't know
yada.
there was North and South. I just knew
Rules
there
in
was East and
sports.
West.
I have no business being on this show.
I'm
pretty proud of myself.
I'm going to be honest. I'm impressed, Becca. I really am.
I do know more than what I portray.
All right, we
Look
got to
at
take
you.
another break. You're listening to Sports Day. This is 1590 KVGB and 95.5 FM.
Service from people you know, quality products and professional installation. That's Kern Floor Service. Stop by Kern Floor Service and browse through the different selections of flooring from laminate to vinyl, carpet, wood, and ceramic tile. See their selection of area rugs or special order the one that fits your decor. And don't forget, they can spice up those countertops too. So stop by Kern Floor Service today. Kern Floor Service, 908 Coolidge in Great Bend.
Central and Western Kansas residents, are you looking for a new vehicle? Marmy Auto Group can make it happen. Marmy Auto Group includes Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep and Ram, Chevrolet, and GMC. Marmy Auto Group, your Central and Western Kansas dealer, has new and pre-owned vehicles, or we can special order your vehicle today. If your existing vehicle needs serviced, Marmy's award-winning service department can help. Come to Marmy Auto Group on 10th or marmys.net. Marmys make it happen.
Sutherland's is your complete home improvement and hardware store. Tens of thousands of products are in stock at everyday low prices. Sutherland's also offers custom buildings, including post-frame barns, garages, and deck packages too. The friendly and knowledgeable staff at Sutherland's, always ready to help you with any project. From hardware, lumber, cabinets, plywood, and OSB, fencing, power tools, furniture, and more. They simply sell for less. Sutherland's, West 10th, Great Bend, helping America build it better since 1917.
Welcome back. Sports Day on 1590 KVGB and 95.5 FM. Sports Day brought to you in part by Equity Bank, adding value for customers and communities. Equity Bank in Great Bend, Hoisington, and Larned. See the locations tab at equitybank.com for more locations. And by Sutherland's, helping you build it better since 1917. From quality lumber, plywood, and OSB to cabinets, plumbing, hardware, and power tools, we have everything you need to get the job done. Visit Sutherland's out on 10th Street. I want to shout out Mike Corson, who during that segment sent me a photo of a magazine that I think this is a magazine. Mike, text me back if you don't know if I'm wrong about this, but I think it's a magazine, and it's a picture of Bo Jackson standing in front of like a massive locker that has like Royal stuff on one side and Raider stuff on the other. It's really cool. I'm sorry. I turned you both. I didn't have either of you turned on. It's a full-size poster. Thank you, Corson.
It is a good picture.
It's a really, really cool.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well,
sounds great.
It is.
Interesting. Can we self-promote for a little bit?
Yeah,
I think we should.
Let's self-promote. We've got the airspace.
We've got the voice of the Cardinals.
We also
on
have
the show.
Me.
That's you.
And potential camera woman.
Ish. One of us. Landon's in the corner over here.
Landon, hey, thank you for
raise your
reminding me.
hand.
I can't see Landon, right? I
There you
can't
are,
see him
Landon.
from my angle. I want to shout out Landon. Landon is in charge of the cameras. He's in charge of like all the video stuff. If you're watching on YouTube, it's because of what Landon is doing right now.
Yeah.
Big thanks to Landon Winkler for like getting all of this done.
See his hand in the.
Yeah,
that's
you can
what he's
see through
doing.
that camera.
I can see him.
He also makes sure that all of the games are nice and broadcasted during the
Yes.
sports season.
Yes.
Behind
He
the
does.
scenes. So we
He does.
appreciate that.
Landon
He
does a lot
is
around
in here running between the 3 studios that we play high school sports on and like making sure that nothing is going horribly wrong. And that's a very stressful job, and he does it well.
He does, in fact.
Speaking of high school sports, this is where we're going to use the next 10 minutes or so to self-promote.
We're doing something different.
We're doing
Cardinals.
something different this year, and we're starting it with Hoisington.
Mhm.
And I'm very excited for this. Folks can go online and watch a video stream with commentary attached. The radio commentary that you get for free over the radio, you can go online. You can pay to have access to video with that commentary as well. If you want to watch Cardinal football, you can do so. It's $10 per game or $100 for an entire year.
Mm-hmm.
And we are going to, I believe we're going to be running this for baseball and basketball as well, right?
Correct.
I know. I think it's anything that we are calling, we are streaming.
Mm-hmm. For Hoisington.
Yes.
And that's-
So here's the beauty of this.
Go for
well, one, people are like, well, hold on a second. Don't you want people to go to the games? Absolutely, we want the people to go to the games. If you are willing and you are able to head to the field and watch them play in town or out of town, yes. But there are people that cannot go to those games.
Yes.
It's too cold. They've got kids. They can't like get them out in the cold.
They don't want to travel.
They're older, maybe. Whatever it may be. This is for them. There is also the aspect, if you have a kid on the team, you will have access to these videos. You can go back and you can replay them. You can rewatch them. You can send them to family members. There's going to be instant replays on these videos, which is going to be fantastic. So have it downloaded at the game. You see something, but you didn't see the whole thing. You can watch the instant replay right there.
Yeah.
That's what I'm really excited for, is to see all the people that have like the headphones in and they're watching the game on their phone while they're at the game.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's going to be like a really interesting experience, because they're going to, like you said, like even if they're just watching the live stream, they can see the play happen in real time,
Right.
then look back down at their phone and just see the replay of it. And then maybe, like you said, we throw another instant replay, you can see the same play 3 times.
Yeah.
If you're just like, man, I have no idea what happened there.
Not
Congratulations.
that
You
your
get a second and
opinion
third
will
view.
change it by any means.
Sure.
That's not the point of it.
You,
but
you
will
listen
get
because you like my dulcet tones.
That is exactly correct. So there is some benefits to having this access pass. Plus all of the sponsorships that we get from this and the enrollments on it, downloads for this, a portion of the proceeds are going to go back to the school. So it helps in many aspects.
That's really cool. Another thing that I like about this is if you do the game-by-game purchasing thing, like I said, it's $10 for every game. You have access to that video forever. You can go back and watch that replay at any time for the rest of the existence of the internet.
Yeah.
If you pay the $100 for the full year, you can go back and replay it while that subscription is still active. So for the 365 days from the time you make the purchase, you can go back and watch those replays. But if you pay the $10 for just that game, it's like you're buying the DVD. Like you get the game forever.
I believe you'll have availability to download the game during that year span.
Yes.
I believe so. So
Okay.
you would have the ability to watch it for years to come.
Sure.
So, I mean, think about it as your kid's highlight reel throughout
Mhm.
the years and wanting them to have that forever and remember it. That's a fantastic way to do it.
All right. I was a little bit overzealous with our last segment. We've got to take one more break here in the show. But when we come back, I don't know. Maybe I'll let Becca run wild again.
Can we tell them where to go?
Go for it.
If
Yes,
they want
thank you.
access to this, they can go over to greatbendpost.com. There's going to be a tab for it. It's the easiest way we can get you there. So GreatBendPost.com to purchase the Cardinal Video membership. Click on the Cardinal Video stream. That's all you have to do.
It's going to be under more.
So the
GreatBendPost.com, more Cardinal Sports. Click on that.
Easy to find.
It's easier than we're making it sound.
Yes.
Really it is.
Thank you for that. The call to action is the most important part of the pitch.
Yes.
And I was about to just take a break right through
About to
it.
kick us off.
Now to break.
And that's why you're so good at what you do, Shannon. All right.
She's all right.
Now we go to a break. You're listening to Sports Day on 1590 KVGB and 95.5 FM.
Get on the fast track to earn your national certification with Barton Community College's new Medical Lab Assistant program. In less than 1 year, you'll gain hands-on training to work in medical labs, clinics, and hospitals, delivering critical patient care. With flexible learning, including 100% online courses and lab hours at your local hospital, you can grow your career or start fresh. Healthcare needs skilled professionals like you. Enroll now at mla.bartoncccc.edu.
C&E Doors, this is Eddie.
Papa, are you ready to get back to work?
Back to work? But I've been here the whole time.
But I'm back in school. You're gonna have to run the shop without me.
It will be hard without you, but people know that we provide the best service no matter the time of the year.
You could always ask me, Mom, for more help.
Who do you think is really running this place?
Garage door sales, service, and repair at C&D Doors in Great Bend and Hayes.
Selling your farm or ranch acres can be stressful. At Red Cedar Land Company, they are extremely diverse in the number of ways they can represent you, and they tailor each project to meet their seller's needs. One of the biggest questions for a seller is, what is my land worth? At Red Cedar Land Company, they offer a free market analysis to help you better understand the value of your land. You deserve a better selling experience. Put your trust in Red Cedar Land Company. Call Cody Crook with Red Cedar Land Company at 620-617-7320.
Community bankers should actually know your community. Hi, I'm Sean Powelson, president of your local equity bank. As someone who lives here, I know many of you and I know what's important to you. I've been in the industry a long time and I've helped many navigate through financial challenges and lead them to financial opportunities. I believe that people bank with people, so I'd like to invite you to stop by one of our region's 5 locations and meet our friendly, helpful staff. Let us show you our commitment to serving you and our communities. Because at Equity Bank, we're right here beside you. Member FDIC.
Welcome back into Sports Day. Last 5 minutes or so here of the show. Sports Day brought to you by Kern Floor Service. Whether you need a new ceramic or porcelain or natural stone floors, our knowledgeable and friendly flooring experts are here to help you find the perfect floor for your lifestyle, home decor, and budget. Visit the Great Bend Showroom at 908 Coolidge to see, touch, and feel the latest styles. And also by Cody Crook of Red Cedar Land Company. Whether you're looking to sell your land or find the right property to buy, Cody takes pride in understanding your goals and making the process as smooth as possible. Call Cody at 620-617-7320 or visit redcedarland.com. All right. Girls.
All right.
Gentlemen.
That's how
Are you
I
ready
like.
to apologize to us for our sports knowledge?
I wasn't.
I don't need an apology.
I do.
I was testing. I was not doubting.
You were doubting.
What was I doubting? I was kind of doubting.
I'll accept my
I didn't
apology.
think you do. I did not think you would get any. I did not think you would get any of the quarterbacks on the roster because I forgot that Geno Smith was a Raider.
I beat you on those questions. You had them wrong, and
You
Shannon
did.
also
You
had.
did. You did. I was honestly shocked, and I admitted as such.
I feel like we need a rematch behind the scenes, not on air, because
No.
that was
I can be
embarrassing.
harder if we want me to be more
I don't
difficult.
know if we need to do that.
No, thank you. Let's go down to colors.
Okay.
Okay.
Raiders
Anyways,
colors.
silver and black.
Chiefs colors.
She looks like questionable.
Wait a second.
You said let's go to colors, and I'm like, okay, name the colors. Chiefs colors, go.
Do you want to go red and yellow or red and gold and white?
I prefer gold.
Okay, gold. It's yellow though.
White is it?
It's yellow.
I don't know. I went to a school whose colors were like maroon and gold.
Yeah.
And like eventually gold does kind of fade, especially in high school where you can't get new jerseys every year.
Yeah.
The gold does kind of fade to a yellow.
Like to me, gold is like more like the Saints color. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a
Black
different
and
kind
gold.
of gold.
And that's kind of a. I hate to give anything to the Saints because I hate them.
Yep.
Their colors are real good, though.
Their colors are good. Their
Yeah.
uniforms are often terrible, but they do have a good color scheme, which is kind of hard to do.
It's true.
Anyways, thanks for having us.
Yeah,
I'm
hey,
glad
thanks,
that we
thanks
could...
for coming on. This was kind of a last-minute thing, and I was like, hey, I need to fill some time because, like, I think in the future I'm going to have something lined up for Tuesdays.
Yeah.
I did not have anything lined up for today, and so I was like, hey, do y'all want to come on and do your show on my show?
Who is the most unqualified to come on the show? Shannon and Becca.
Who also is like, you're also both really good on air. Like, you know how to speak into a microphone. Not that other people around here don't. I know that you do, and I could ask Webby to come on, but Webby's at home now.
If you throw a microphone in my face, I will talk into it.
You put a microphone anywhere in the room, and she's gonna find it.
I've been told that about you, is that like if there's a live mic, you will find it.
Just like a drug sniffing dog.
Crazy.
There's a microphone.
Where's it at? I know it's here somewhere.
Drug
Look
sniffing
out!
dog
Karaoke night
is insane. Karaoke night
could be interesting.
We need to have like office. We don't need to. I think it would be fun.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Yeah,
we've tried it on air before.
Have we?
No.
Oh.
Shannon and Becca.
We have.
What she doesn't know, I have that audio.
It didn't go well.
It's saved.
What songs did you sing?
We did a duet with Reba. We could. No.
Okay.
No.
This was on KHOK?
Yeah.
So okay,
it
makes
fit.
sense.
Yeah.
It fit, but.
And then this morning we did the GB Car Care. No, GB Tire.
We did.
We did GB
Logan,
Tire.
It's Logan Garrett's birthday, who's also a Great Bend alumni.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's his birthday, so we sung the jingle a little bit.
Yeah.
By
That's a fun jingle.
She means she did it while I was trying to be professional and wrap up birthdays.
I just kept going. So.
Yeah.
There it is.
There's always that.
This has been an unhinged and chaotic 30 minutes, and
I would like to point out we only talked about Taylor Swift for less than 30 seconds.
We didn't even talk about them being engaged.
The only time Taylor Swift has been mentioned is right now. You have 1 minute.
Okay. They got engaged. It's beautiful. It's all over the internet,
This is
everywhere. You
Travis
can go to
Kelce and Taylor
greatbendpost.com.
Swift.
So you give me a minute. You be quiet.
You didn't
go
mention names.
to greatbendpost.com. Check out all of the pictures. There's a lovely article about it. I didn't write it, but I wish I would have. Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce, they are engaged. She is also maybe potentially performing at the Super Bowl.
We've already gone over the Super Bowl thing.
Off air.
Off air. Well, you and I did on
Yeah. You and I did.
It was not on this show, but on your show.
Yeah. That Taylor's going to perform at the Super Bowl. They were going to get engaged, but obviously that's not going to happen. So now that maybe they can get married at the Super Bowl.
I feel like Travis will be busy that day. Well, hopefully. Maybe he won't be.
Hopefully he's at home.
I think they're both going to be busy that day, guys.
I am
Could
never
both be busy that day.
Yeah.
I will never be invited again because I talk smack on the Chiefs again.
This
This is how I often get kicked off of shows.
I have no allegiance to either team in this particular rivalry. I'm very neutral on the Chiefs. Very neutral on the Raiders for the most part.
Well,
so
Raiders Nation.
Shannon, any come back to that?
No.
We've got our
people
outro
know.
music playing. Do you want-
We don't. I don't
People
need to
know.
argue with it.
All right. Big thanks, Shannon and Becca, for coming in today. Big thanks to Landon Winkler behind the computer over there. I've been Brant Daughtry. Thank you for having me. We'll be back again tomorrow. You've been listening to Sports Day here on 1590 KVGB and 95.5 FM.